Alright guys, this might be the most exciting under-the-radar storyline of the entire Knicks preseason because the more we see Mohamed Diawara play, the more it feels like the Knicks might have just found a gem. Now, this isn't some random two-way guy just filling minutes because we're talking about a 6'8" forward who's already flashing real NBA tools like length, mobility, defensive instincts, and a motor that doesn't stop. And after his performance against the Hornets, Knicks fans have every reason to start paying attention. In that specific game, Diawara finished with 8 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a plus 12 in 21 minutes played, but the box score does not even tell the full story. He was everywhere. You could literally feel his presence the moment he checked in, rotating perfectly on defense, pushing the ball in transition, making quick reads, and just playing with a poise that you do not usually see from a rookie that's this raw. And what stood out most was not just the numbers, it was the energy. Every single possession, he's flying around, closing out, attacking the board, switching onto guards, and you can see his confidence growing by the minute. That's what caught the coaching staff's attention. Mike Brown said from day one that he wanted this team to defend with intensity and versatility, and Diawara is exactly that prototype. Now remember, this kid just turned 20 recently. He was the youngest player in France's Pro B League last year, averaging 10 points and 5 boards in limited minutes. But the flashes were real, and he's shown improved shooting mechanics, a solid handle for his size, and a feel for team basketball that's rare for someone at his stage. The Knicks scouting department clearly saw something in him because they prioritized signing him early in the summer before other teams even started calling. And what makes Diawara's fit even more intriguing is how his style complements the Knicks' current roster. Think about it, with Mikal, Bridges, and OG Anunoby as well as Mitchell Robinson setting the defensive tone, adding another long switchable wing like Diawara gives the Knicks even more lineup flexibility. He's the type of player who can defend multiple positions, crash the glass, and make hustle plays that do not always show up in the stat sheet. Exactly the kind of connective piece championship teams usually develop quietly in the background. But here's where it gets really interesting. There's a real chance that Diawara plays his way into legitimate rotation minutes later in the season. The Knicks' wing depth looks strong on paper, but between injuries, rest days, and matchups, guys like him can absolutely find opportunities if they stay ready. And if Diawara keeps performing like this, making smart passes, cutting hard, hitting open shots, and locking in defensively, Mike Brown is going to have a hard time keeping him glued to the bench. It also says a lot about how the Knicks have evolved as an organization. A few years ago, they weren't exactly known for developing young talent outside the lottery, but now they're identifying and actually developing players who fit their system. Diawara, Kevin McCullar Jr., Tyler Kolek, even Mohamed Dadiet, these are all high character, high motor guys with legitimate upside, and it feels like the Knicks are finally building a true developmental pipeline instead of just chasing short-term fixes. And you can tell that the veterans are noticing it too. During the Hornets game, there were a couple of moments where Diawara made the right rotation or kicked the ball out for an extra pass, and you could see guys like Mikal Bridges nodding and clapping for him. That's the kind of respect that you earn when you play the right way. Now, of course, it's still early. We're talking preseason, not playoff basketball. But when you combine his athleticism, effort, and emerging skill set with how comfortable he already looks in the system, it's hard not to get excited about what the Knicks might have here. If he keeps trending on the upward path, Diawara could become that sneaky contributor that every great team finds. The guy nobody talks about in October, but by March, fans start saying, wait, who's this kid off the bench who's giving us energy every night? So Knicks fans, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe Diawara could actually earn a real role this season, or will he be more of a long-term project developing behind the scenes? Because personally, I think he's closer than people realize. And as we know, the Knicks have an opportunity to build off of their 2-0 record with the Miami Heat playing tonight 6 p.m. And so far, as of Sunday afternoon on the injury report, we have Deuce McBride, who is questionable for personal reasons, Mitchell Robinson, who is still out with that left ankle injury management, and the only thing that explains the Mitch status so far in the beginning of the season is that he had to have re-injured something in practice. Because the Knicks are certainly hiding something from us in terms of his real status. But then we also have Josh Hart, who is probable with his lower back lumbar spasms, which I think he will play because he did play against the Boston Celtics. And lastly, Karl Anthony Towns is still questionable with a right quad strain, which is grade 2, but I still think he will play tonight, barring any setbacks. But if Deuce ends up sitting tonight for his personal reasons, that might open up opportunities for someone like Mohamed Diawara or Mohamed Dadiet. But as always, if you guys guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button and sub to the channel for more Knicks news and updates you will not want to miss all season long. It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.